Now, Fox 54's Top Teacher. Sponsored by Calhoun Community College.
I'm excited to introduce this top teacher. Year-round, he teaches science, but by winter, it'll be all about basketball. This week's Fox 54 top teacher is Adam Feldsbrigge from Westminster Christian Academy in Huntsville. Have a listen to the moment he was surprised.
Hey, Adam. Congratulations, you are a Fox 54 top teacher.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah, good work. Good work.
Thank you.
A major congratulations. Feldsbrigge teaches 11th and 12th grade science, but check this out. It'll be his first year as the head coach for the girls varsity basketball team at Westminster. If you can tell, he's a Tennessee Vols fan. In fact, he coached with the late and legendary Pat Summitt. First practice was yesterday for the ladies at Westminster, and he says it's about preparing them for the next step.
Coaching wise, we're building a family culture here, and so life is so difficult. You need to have people around you that you can depend on and rely on. And then just, teaching them accountability, communication, and effort.
We're really thankful that he's here. I think one thing that I respect about him is he really teaches to the standards, and he cares about learning over the grades. So the students in his class, if you walk in, they're usually doing something fun, whether it's a lab or some group work.
Yes, we'll have the bonus interviews, including Feldsbrigge sharing the time spent with Pat Summitt, the coach, legendary coach Pat Summitt. That's later on tonight on Fox 54 Plus. Also, be sure to nominate a deserving teacher on fox54.com.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
And we have a look from Governor's Drive as people head to their destination. Beautiful sky is the backdrop. I can't complain. I've been outside myself over in Athens, at some point here in Huntsville too throughout the day, but I will say altogether it's been very nice. It's been a nice drive there, being inside and outside of buildings.
It has been truly a beautiful stretch of days across the Tennessee Valley, and I'm going to be very sad when it comes to an end.
Oh, all things must come to an end, right?
Yes, there is an old phrase that goes, all good things must come to an end, and this good thing is definitely going to come to an end, at least a temporary end. I'll show you what I mean by the time we get to the 7-day forecast. Temperatures were just a couple of degrees above average this afternoon. 82 in Huntsville. We saw 83 in Florence. We saw 80 in Fayetteville. Up in southern Middle Tennessee, our friends over in northeast Alabama even saw the lower 80s. Fort Payne saw 80 this afternoon. Albertville saw a high temperature of 82. In case you're curious, the average high temperature for this time of year, right around 76 or 77 degrees. The sun set just a couple of minutes ago. Looks beautiful over in DeKalb County. Back to DeKalb County we go this evening. A beautiful sunset there with some beautiful colors. Despite the lack of cloud cover, we haven't seen much in the way of any sort of cloud cover over the last couple of days. That goes hand in hand with the lack of humidity across the Tennessee Valley. There's really no moisture in our atmosphere to play with, and when there's no moisture in our atmosphere, well, it's impossible to get clouds to develop because clouds are just moisture. 77 right now in Huntsville, a pair of 74s for both Pulaski and Fayetteville. Coleman sitting at 75, Moulton also sitting at 75 degrees. We're going to see temperatures cool off once again as we head into the overnight, into the lower 50s across the Tennessee Valley, specifically up across southern Middle Tennessee. Now, up across southern Middle Tennessee, I would not be the least bit surprised if somebody ends up dropping to 48 or 49 degrees. We could see the same over in northeast Alabama, the higher elevations of northeast Alabama, Jackson and DeKalb counties, maybe even into Marshall County. We see a couple of folks where the temperature drops to 48 or 49 as we head into the overnight. I think it's going to be another beautiful night when you could leave the windows open. Above average tomorrow afternoon, temperatures climbing into the lower 80s. I've got a high temperature right around 83 degrees, but you'll be at work by the time we get to that part of the day. Let's talk about actually getting to work and the kids getting on the school bus. Wednesday morning, 54 at 7, 57 by 8, 62 by 9, 70 degrees at 10 a.m. with plenty of sunshine, a lack of humidity. Really is going to be a beautiful morning. We're going to stay quiet for the next couple of days, until the weekend, as a matter of fact. Until we get to the weekend, we're going to maintain the quiet conditions, the ample sunshine, and the low or no humidity. Now, once we get to the weekend, a cold front is going to begin to move into the Tennessee Valley. It's going to bring some showers and thunderstorms to our neck of the woods, some of which could be on the stronger end of the spectrum. Now, understand we're talking about something that's going to happen later this weekend, and it's only Tuesday. We do not have the finer details of the forecast worked out. What we can tell you is that it could potentially have an impact on racing down at Talladega, at least for part of the weekend. Friday and Saturday look wonderful. If you're going to be venturing down this weekend, I know a lot of folks go camping all weekend. Friday looks great, 83 degrees. Saturday looks wonderful, 84 degrees. Sunday, however, we're going to call questionable right now. Things could change, but for the time being, we are going to call Talladega questionable. The tropics, we still have Tropical Storm Lorenzo out in the Atlantic Ocean right now with winds of 40 miles per hour, poses no threat to the continental United States. Have a good look at the next 7 days. 83 degrees on Wednesday, 82, 84, 85. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. A noted increase in the amount of cloud cover across the area on Saturday, but it does look like we are going to be dry. Showers and thunderstorms right now look like they would move into the Tennessee Valley Saturday night and then through the first half of the day on Sunday. Cooler Sunday, 74, 74 on Monday with plenty of sunshine. 76 degrees by the time we get to next Tuesday.
Sea of Pink filled the Ingalls Harbor Pavilion today for the Power of Pink event, the event hosted by the Decatur Morgan Foundation, and it was for breast cancer awareness. More than 800 women and 60 men go to the foundation's event each year. The Power of Pink raises money for breast health each year. This year's proceeds will help fund the Affirm Upright Breast Biopsy Guidance System. Kelly Powers, the hospital president, says awareness is crucial when it comes to breast cancer.
A lot of times women let their health go for others, and really our focus today is to let them know, please don't do that. You know, if you see something, feel something, think something's wrong, then just go and get it checked out, because chances are there might be something wrong.
Attendees enjoyed their meal while watching models walk the runway, rip the runway during the fashion show. There they go, strutting. Guest speakers were also featured during the event, including doctors from Decatur Morgan Hospital. Huntsville Parks and Rec is hosting the first ever Dink Pink Pickleball Day, and that is tomorrow in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The free citywide event will be held at recreation centers across Huntsville. Players and fans are encouraged to wear pink and can pick up ribbons or pink-themed giveaways while supplies last. Players of all skill levels are welcome to join. For a full list of locations, go to fox54.com.
All right, coming up next in sports. Season is right around the corner, and today we had a chance to hang out with the Crimson Tide down at Media Days. More from SEC Tip-Off 2026 is next.